Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today we're going to do a paint-up video on this Human Torch custom statue I did for somebody. Now, this statue was all clear resin, as you can see on the box. It's a Johnny Storm Human Torch, and the client who sent it to me wanted to go with the classic version with no facial features and all that stuff. So the only problem with clear resin is once you sand it down and you chop it, you can't really sculpt clear resin onto it, and it's either you go with it or you don't. So when I sanded down the face features and then I resculpted it, you just have to kind of prime it up and everything. The idea was maybe I could salvage, like just do there and do solid paint but leave all the flames kind of the clear resin. But the only problem is when I did around the arms, because he had the boots, the gloves, the boots, and the belt buckle. Once I took all that down, it was just a mess and it just wasn't going to work out. So they want to go with a flat paint anyway. So basically the best thing to do was prime it up, get it all sanded down, and then from there do a titanium gold flat, just get all the gold up there, so this way when I do all the yellow it works out better. So the next step now is going to do all the yellow, because the classic version, if you've seen the old comics with the Human Torch, is that the flames are really yellowy and then the rest of the body's like orange red with like black lines. So the idea is to kind of capture that. So basically all the yellow's, going to be over here with the flames, and everything else is going to be like the orangey red. Kind of like what they did with the clear resin, but even though with clear resin it's kind of, they try to get it like the same thing. We're going to do that with flat paint. So, so this is the first step, is just getting the titanium gold, and then let's get set up and start doing all the yellow and finishing them up. Okay guys, so as you saw, what I did is I did all the yellow, so I used the golden yellow light. This is one of the old Goldens before they changed it over, so I still had a bottle left. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do all the red in Garage Kit's True Red. Now, True Red is kind of a cool color from them. Even though it's a red, it seems like it's got like a little bit of a yellowish orangey kind of tint to it. It's kind of weird. It's a really cool red. I kind of like it a lot, and I think it's going to work out perfect for this. So what I want to try to do is I want to get all this stuff around in here, but try not to hit the flames. Even though some of the overspray is going to hit the flames a little bit, that's okay, because you're going to have a little bit of an orangey tint into there, but we want to focus more on the figure. So that's pretty much the next step for that. Okay, so I added some of the interference red on there. So I just kind of want to bring out the yellow a little bit more, just to make it a little bit richer. So I got some Garage Kit's transparent bright yellow. It's just a matter of kind of giving it a little bit of a deeper yellow. It also helps kind of take that interference down a little bit so it's not kind of white. Actually helping out the red a little bit too, that I put the interference on. Gives a little bit more of an orangey, fiery type look, and just kind of having fun with it. Alright, so let this dry a little bit, come back and do some final touch-ups. Alright guys, we're going to add a little bit more blending now between the yellow and the reds. So here is a Model Air yellow. This stuff isn't like really a thick yellow. Even though some of their paints come out really thick, this one kind of doesn't come out. So it kind of works out really good for trying to blend it together. So if you just hit it in the areas, it gives it a little bit more of a orangey type look without going too harsh. Every once in a while, sometimes little drops come out. I guess it's just the paint. Like I said, I always tell people yellow is a pain. You just gotta kind of keep working it. So it starts blending it a little bit more, adding some more blends going around. Hopefully this is show it up a little bit more. Now this stuff is kind of wet, so it's kind of good to hit with your blow dryer. Now just going back in with some of the red. Some areas that I need to touch up. Build out some muscles a little bit more. Alright, so I hit a couple other parts here and there on him, just kind of blending it all together a little bit more. I had to get him a little bit closer off the camera. But I just hit a little bit of orange and yellows kind of on the knees, the muscles, just to kind of bring it up a little bit more. So this is Garage Kit's metallic yellow. I'm just going to hit like some of the top of the flames a little bit. Just give it a little bit of a pop up there. I don't want to go too crazy with it. Just give that yellow just a little bit of like, acting like it's got some more heat to it. When doing metallic reds, you don't really, it's kind of hard to do metallic reds because if you do metallic red, it's going to turn a little bit of a pink. So it's either you do really crazy metallic red or not. The middle ground is too pinkish. This we can get away with. Alright, so I'm going to mix up a color. I'm going to build out the shadows a little bit more, just to kind of bring up the little bit of red shadows a little bit more on them. Alright, so I got a little bit of the same red I was using, and add a little bit of shading gray to it. Just a little bit. Make sure we're all set up. And then we're just going to kind of... Alright guys, so the next step is I talked to the client, and instead of doing black lines and making it really harsh, we're going to do just like a dark blue. So this paint right out of the bottle, it's called Formula P3. Just looking at it right here, it's a little bit dark and it's going to work out good. I'll do a test line here or there just to see, but we don't want to go harsh black, but we don't want to go like bright red either. So it's kind of like the middle ground. And then once that's all done, we'll come back. But it's fairly simple paint up. It's just a matter of blending and having fun with it. And that's all. So I'm not going to do a video on me painting it up because it's, you know, I got to get in close. I got to make sure I get in all the lines, and it's kind of tedious work. So it's just a matter of getting yourself a paintbrush that can hold on a lot of paint on it, dip it in, and just go down little by little and just take my time. So we'll be back once he's all done. Okay guys, all done. So finished up the detailing with the lines. Everything's all set up. Did all touch-ups, was asked to do the gold base for him. And there you go. That is Human Torch in the classic version from Bowen. Hopefully you guys like the way it came out. Fairly simple paint up. Just a matter of messing around with it. Came out pretty cool. So hopefully you guys like the way it came out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.